And these aren't even the heaters, y'all. Let the sneaker collection begin. Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy Jamong here, back again with another video. And today we are going over my updated sneaker collection of 2024. Alright y'all, so I have not done a sneaker collection video in about over a year, so it's been a really long time. A lot has stayed in my collection, but I've also acquired a lot of new shoes, and I don't want to do too much talking because I already know that this video is going to be a long one. So with that being said, sit back, grab a snack, relax, because the sneaker collection is back. Also, if this is your first time here, my name is John. I love to make content and videos on sneakers, style, menswear, and streetwear. So if you could, I would very much appreciate if you guys could smash the subscribe button before the video begins. If you guys cannot already see by my subscriber count, I am on the road to 1K subs by the end of 2024, and I would even love if I could get to that goal by the end of the month. So again, if you could please smash the subscribe button and join the turntable gang. Alright, so with that being said, the first sneaker that I'm going to go over in my collection is actually one that I'm getting rid of, and these are the Jordan 1 Lucky Greens. So I literally just sold these yesterday on Grailed, so I gotta pack them up and ship them out. Honestly, I like these sneakers a lot. I think they're very clean and basic. However, green is just not really my color, and especially this kind of shade of green, it's just very bright for my style. So unfortunately, it's not something that can stay in my collection for much longer. I did sell them for super cheap, but I'm just happy that someone was able to take these off of my hands, because I do want to look for maybe an olive or toned down kind of green shade of Jordans in the near future. So thank you to the Lucky Green Jordan 1s for your years of service, and let's just say goodbye to them while they're still here. And the next sneaker that I'm going to go over is one that I'm really not sure if I want to keep yet, and these are the Almoner Jordan 3s in the While You Were Sleeping colorway. Now, I hit on these on the raffle about a month and a half ago, and these are a very clean pair of Jordan 3s. As you guys know, I have the OGs, and I'll go over that in just a second. I was really happy when they came out with the black pair. I feel like it's a great counterpart to the OGs. But one thing that I'm very conflicted on is whether or not I want to keep these, because by the end of November, we're expected to see the black cement Jordan 3s, which is basically what this sneaker is based off of, and I want to get those very badly, and I just don't know if I need two pairs of Jordan 3s in the black colorway. If I had a choice, I would go with the black cements, but nonetheless, these are a really nice sneaker. And let's just speed run through all my beaters really fast, because I don't have a ton of time to go through all of them, and I'm not going to be putting them on the turntable because they are very dirty. Alright, so the first ones we got up are the Reebok Club C's. These were my first pair in the all white colorway, super beat up, and honestly I only wear them when it's raining. So yep, this is the first pair. And the second pair of beaters we got up are the Nike Blazers Vintage 77s in the celestial blue colorway. I love these a lot, but I've been wearing them for a good amount of time, and I've worn them to like corn mazes, to hiking. So yes, they are very dirty. And then we also got the Nike Fly Ease Goes. These are a really cool shoe, and they're very comfortable. However, I've just been wearing them a lot to like conferences and retreats, to campsites, so that's why they are a little beat. I think the durability of these shoes are gonna last for a long time, so for the meantime, I'm just gonna wear them for like vacation or for church retreats and all that. And then the last beater we got up are my hiking shoes. These are the Adidas Terex Hikers, and I love these so much because when I go hiking in them, they are very comfortable. As you guys can see, they have Boost technology. A lot of hiking sneakers out there are very uncomfortable, and they are very snug on people's feet, but when I'm wearing these, it's almost like I'm walking on pillows during my hikes. And I guess the next category we're gonna go over are my basketball sneakers. So this pair we got up are my outdoor court shoes, and these are the Kyrie Irving 4s. Now, I don't wear these a lot just because they are not very comfortable. I mean, I did wear these a lot when I started out playing ball, and these were like my only pair, but after a while I just felt like these are very heavy on my feet, and I'm certainly not putting them on the turntable again because they are very beat and dirty. But recently I've been trying to get more into basketball, so I bought 2 new pickups, and these are both my indoor sneakers. And the first ones we got up are the Sabrina 2s in this conductor blue colorway. This pair is just beautiful. I love the blue, I love the iciness of them, and the traction patterning on this sneaker is just insane. When I'm wearing them indoors, I just feel like I can feel the court. I'm not slipping around. I really have no complaints about the sneaker, and I know that Sabrina Ionescu is pretty popular now since the New York Liberties just won the championship, so this is a pretty big deal that I have this pair. And my newest pickup are, of course, the Kobe 8s in this university red colorway. Now this is super clean and flamboyant, and being that red is my favorite color, I think that this sneaker just screams me so much. I have yet to wear these on the court, but I am excited to do so when I can. These sneakers just stand out so much, and I just have a feeling that when I wear them for the first time, I'm gonna have a good experience in them. And next, let's go over the miscellaneous brands that I have, meaning that I don't have too much of sneakers from this specific brand. But the first one we got up are the Allbirds Tree Dashers. Now this pair was gifted to me by my friend Justin, and I've had these for a long time now. It was honestly like one of the first sneakers that I ever got as a gift, so I was very grateful. I'm grateful to Justin as a friend. Honestly, I have not worn these too much, but I'm always going to keep them in my collection. They are very comfortable, and Allbirds are honestly pretty underrated for a kind of sneaker that you can literally wear in any kind of season. It's a sneaker that you don't need to wear socks with, so I feel like that's a big deal when it comes to comfortability for a shoe. And the next sneaker we got are the Hoka Bond8s in this polar ice colorway. Now if you guys remember my review of the Hoka Bond8s, you might remember what pushed me to buy these sneakers initially. So I saw a lot of people wearing them at Disney World, and I didn't know what was all the craze about when it came to Hokas. However, getting my pair, I just stand in them all day and I don't feel sore. You know, for my job, I'm always on my feet, and I feel like these are a great pair of shoes to have just so that you can keep walking around and not get tired. The Hoka Bond8s have a lot of cushioning and support, and I feel like it's great for almost anyone that is looking for an anti-fatigue kind of shoe. However, I do feel like these are wearing down a little fast just because the cushioning on them is so plush, so I do see a lot of wear and tear when it comes to the shoe. Nevertheless, still probably one of the more comfortable shoes in my collection, the Hoka Bond8s. And the next one we got up are the Salomon XT6s. I never really thought I'd own a pair of Salomons, but when I saw this colorway on another person's feet, I could not say no to this. And plus I only got them for like $100 on Kith, so very cheap. I just love this moonscape plum or kitten colorway. That's just the name of the color, and I think that it is a very clean shade of purple. When I first got these were very uncomfortable and I didn't like them at all, but I figured that the more you wear them, the more comfortable that they get, and that is very true. And I feel like right now in our current trend, a lot of people do like to wear Salomons for everyday lifestyle wear, so I think that this is a great shoe to have in my collection. One that really stands out from the rest of my collection, because Salomon as a brand is very adventure based and hiking based, and that's just not me. Still, the Salomon XT6s still drew me in nonetheless. And currently the only pairs of Vans that I have in my collection are the Vans Checkerboard Authentics. Now I gotta say, I haven't worn these in over a year. I just have not found the right occasion to do so. I feel like these were very trendy back when zipper pants and skinny distressed denim were trending. However, it's still a staple shoe that kind of started it all for my love for sneakers, and it's just a piece of nostalgia for the 2016 hype trends, and I really cannot stray away from it. Even if I don't wear them, I'm still gonna keep them in my collection. I don't think they really make any more of these in the market nowadays, so this is why I'm still holding on to my pair. And next, let's just go over my other Reebok Club C's. As you guys know, I really love Reebok Club C's, and I'm not gonna go too much into depth with them, but I think that they are my favorite everyday white pair of sneakers to wear. Both of these have a very cream, worn down vintage aesthetic to them, and that's what I like a lot about them. Now this one is in this cream colorway with the green tab. This one is the same thing but with the Alistair blue. I just find that these two are very versatile, and I can wear them with literally everything. So this is why I literally doubled up on these two. I mean, I did get my second pair used and it was super cheap. I got them for like 30 bucks. So I thought, why not? If you guys have not already gotten a pair of Club C's, it's one that I really recommend just because this is an awesome pair of white sneakers to wear. And let's go over some of my not so hype Adidas sneakers. And the next pair we got up are one of the oldest sneakers that I've had in my own collection, and these are the Ultra Boost Triple Whites 4.0s. I cannot believe that I've had these for so long already. Basically, I've had them since I graduated high school, so they've been with me through all of college, and I'm finished on grad school, so that's another 3 years. They've been in my collection for about 7 years now, and that's kind of crazy. I've really tried my best to keep them almost super white, and it's kind of worked. I've thrown them in the wash a couple of times. They are very basic and a very standard shoe, so there's nothing too crazy that I can do with them. I still think that the Ultra Boost reigns supreme out of any other running sneaker to this day, so this is why I cannot get rid of them. And next up, we got a sneaker that when I did a review on them is pretty much my highest viewed video on my channel, and these are the Adidas Forum Lows. Now this pair was gifted to me by my boy Gabe. When I posted this video, it kind of just went crazy. Right now I think it has about 15 or 16k views, so check it out if you guys have not already. And yeah, it's just a basic pair of Forum Lows, no collaborations, no spicy colorways or whatnot. It's just very clean, a black and white shoe. Honestly, I'd rather go with this kind of pair than like a Panda Dunk, because a lot of people have Dunks already, but when it comes to Forum Lows, you don't see a ton of people owning these. So yeah, this is a very chill and calm down kind of sneaker. I'm happy to have these. Shout out to Gabe for getting them for me again. And the last pair we got in this category of not so hype Adidas sneakers, we do have the NMD S1s in the top orange colorway. Now I believe this colorway hasn't even released in America. I got these off of StockX. After I paid about like $200 for these just dropped in price. Now you can literally get them for like 90 bucks. I'm kind of regretful of that. I wish I waited. It just hurts that I spent over 100 bucks on this pair when I just could have saved a lot of money in the end. But this is another shoe review that I did that got me a lot of views, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it if you did watch it. I have worn these for 2 years now, so I have to say that there is slight discomfort to wearing this sneaker. If you are wide-footed, maybe this is not a sneaker for you, but for those of you who are narrow-footed, you will find that around the middle of the midsole area, there is kind of like a poking out feeling into the arch of your foot, and for some people that's not a very comfortable feeling. This is another pair of sneakers that I'm unfortunately trying to get rid of. However, I'm not gonna make my money back given that they are reselling for so cheap now, but I don't mind that they are in my collection, and I'll still wear them until someone takes them off my hands. And moving on to my next category, now I wouldn't say that these are heaters compared to everything here. However, they're like a step down from being heaters. Alright, so the first sneakers that we got up in this category are the Nike Dunk Lows in the West Coast colorway. Now I got these not too long ago because I really wanted a UNC Dunk Low. I missed out on them when they first released, and I did buy these off of a reseller who was getting rid of his pair. However, again, these are another sneaker that I'm kind of regretful of because they recently just restocked the UNC Dunk Lows, and you can get them for retail. I went to Nike and I saw them for myself. I paid about like 180 bucks for these, so again, I wasted about $50 to $60 on my pair. Nevertheless, I do love the hints of yellow on the shoe. This is what makes it different from the UNC colorway, because in that one, that's just UNC in white. But again, we do have some hints of gold. Love that. When I was in college, I really regretted missing out on them. And the next pair we got up is probably one of my most comfortable sneakers in the collection. These are the New Balance Fresh Foam X. Now these are absolutely insane. As you guys see the stack on this, see how much cushioning is in this sneaker. Literally when I'm wearing them, I can feel the foam sinking into the floor. Again, being in my profession, I'm standing in my feet all day, so this is a great sneaker to support me in that time. I believe when it comes to technology, New Balance just champions all other sneakers when it comes to their cushioning on their sneakers. I don't know how they do it, but they are very comfortable. And yeah, I could literally wear these on my feet all day. Next sneaker we got are the Air Max DNs in the platinum color. colorway. This is another sleeper shoe that I think a lot of people don't know about. Now the Air Max DNs are a pretty new model when it comes to Nike. I love how comfortable these sneakers are. I also love the aesthetic of the shoe as well. Look at the little air bubbles on the bottom. It gives a very futuristic and innovative look to it. Not to mention that this platinum colorway gives off a very simplistic and versatile aesthetic to the sneaker. I mean, these are one of the sneakers that I find myself continuing to go back to when I'm trying to decide what I want to wear in the morning. The Air Max DNs are a highly slept on sneaker, so you should really hop on these if you have not done so already. And the next sneaker that we got up are the Nike P6000s in this AG and Storm colorway. I love the Nike P6000s a lot, and I especially love this colorway right here. Now, when I saw pictures of the Nike P6000s for the first time, I actually did not like the shoe at all. I just hated the stitching patterns right here on the upper of the sneaker. I thought it looked very cringy and something that I didn't want to put on my feet. However, after a while, I just kind of grew used to it and I became more of a fan of the Nike P6000s. I feel like P6000s are very affordable. I think they only retail for 110 bucks and they are so comfortable as well. I feel like the blue and the gold complement one another. A very clean and beautiful sneaker. And moving on, this is a pair of sneakers that the public cannot get enough of, and these are the Asics Gel Kayano 14s, and I have them in this plum colorway right here. So as you guys can tell by now, vintage Y2K runners are very trendy in today's age. They're very comfortable and a lot of people just value comfort over looks. So this is why the Asics are a dad shoe that people just cannot stop wearing. You can see right by the gel technology in the midsole that this is a very comfortable sneaker. I will be one to say that I am a very big fan of the Asics Gel Kayano 14s. Now when you first look at the sneaker, you may not be a fan of them. You might see them and you might think this is a dad shoe. However, once you put them on and you pair them with other trendy aesthetic pieces, these are very complementary to the rest of your outfit, and I will have to say that these are one of my favorite sneakers to wear to this day. If I could change anything about the Asics Gel Kayano 14s, I'd probably change up the colorway because let's face it, a lot of people have this specific color and I want to go for something different. I don't want to be like everyone else. However, this one goes with everything, so I cannot complain. And with that being said, let's go over my heaters of the collection. Now, I will be going out of order when it comes to these just because I don't even know where to start. All right, let's start with a classic. And the first one we got up are the Air Max 90s in the infrared colorway. Now, these are actually not the golf pair that I've owned for a while. I sold those and actually bought the original pair, and these are a lot more comfortable. I feel like owning these made me feel a lot better when it came to the infrared 90s. I do love the infrared colorway with a passion just because they are very red and vibrant. So I'm happy that I finally have like the real version of them. And I guess since we're on the topic of Air Maxes, let's go over the best birthday gift ever. And here we have the Pata Air Max 1s in the aqua blue colorway. Again, these were gifted to me by my girlfriend Jasmine for my birthday, and I am very grateful for that. I love the Air Max 1 so much, especially in this Pata collab. This blue just makes it look so good. I feel like the longer that I've been a sneakerhead for, the more I respect the Air Max lineup. No matter what the model is, I feel like Nike puts a lot of thought and creativity into designing their Air Maxes, and the Air Max 1s are no different. Next up, we got the Almoner New Balance 550s. I love the kind of quality that Almoner added to this sneaker. As you guys can see in the back, there is this suede and then this little hint of kind of like pastel blue. Come on, this is a very clean shoe. And yeah, I feel like that even though this sneaker is a collaboration with Almoner, when you're wearing it, a lot of people are not going to notice for the first time. So it is a very like undercover kind of sneaker. Only if you really know about sneakers, then you will know that this is a pretty big deal. 550s are pretty comfortable and I do enjoy wearing them a lot. And I feel like Almoner killed it when it came to this collaboration. Alright, this next one is my second favorite pair of sneakers of all time. And if I could wear these every single day, I would. These are the Cream Ultra Boost 1.0s. Now back in like 2015, 2016, 2017, and 18, these were trending. I remember that Kanye West made them pop. and I believe Justin Bieber and Jerry Lorenzo as well. This was just a time for sneakers, and they would pair Ultra Boost with skinny jeans, with zipper denim, distressed denim, and all of that. I love the vibe of the Cream Ultra Boost. I feel like they are very simple, yet they do have a huge statement to them as well. Not a lot of people really care for Ultra Boost anymore, especially now that Adidas has made a lot more models of them, but I feel like the 1.0s are always going to have a special place in any sneakerhead's heart. Alright, let's go over a banger in my collection, and these are the Sean Cliver Nike SB Dunks. This is another collaboration with the Nike SB that just knocked it out of the park with this one. Look at how clean this shoe is, and look at all the details. As you guys can see on the outsoles, look at this glitter and how much they just put into the detailing of the bottoms. If you look on the perforation holes, you see a snowflake there. Come on, y'all. And then taking out the insoles of the shoe, we have a little design on the front with a bunch of little elves, I believe, during Christmas time. So yeah, this is a Christmas inspired sneaker, and I feel like given the vibes of like snowflakes and the holiday season, this absolutely killed it. Oh man, the turntable died. I'm kind of sad. Shoot, I knew I should have charged it before this video began. But because this sneaker is constructed with suede, I'm really scared to wear this every day. I don't want to ruin the quality of the suede, so it's one that I wear every once in a while. Alright, let's go over the infamous sneakers of today, the ones that no one really wears anymore, and we do have the Yeezy 350 V2s in the blue tint colorway. These were the sneaker that started it all. I always say that. Now this was gifted to me by my friend. Shout out to you, because you basically started all of this for me. At the time, I never really thought that I would even own a pair of Yeezys. I would not be able to spend like 220 bucks on them, but you made it possible, and I'm so thankful for that. I mean, after that, it pretty much jump-started my obsession for sneakers. I started buying more and more, and I would not be here today if it weren't for you, so thank you so much for that. I don't really wear them a ton now, but I do bust them out during vacation. I feel like wherever I'm going, this is a comfortable sneaker, yet it's something hype. It's a statement shoe. Everyone knows what a Yeezy is, so if you're wearing them, you know, people are gonna take a second look. Just look at the outsoles right now, see how worn they are. But actually, they're holding up pretty well. There's still a lot of life to them, and they're gonna stay in my collection. And since we are on the topic of Yeezys, let's get to the next one. This is probably in my top 5 favorite sneakers of all time. I don't know if this is number 3 or number 4, but we do have the Yeezy 350 V1s in the Turtle Dove colorway. Now, for most sneakerheads, if you ask them what's the first colorway you think of when it comes to the Yeezy 350s, they're probably gonna think of the Turtle Doves. And that really says a lot about this colorway. I remember back in 2018, on StockX, you could find these for like $2,000. And then I think in 2022, they restocked, and right now they're going for maybe like 500 bucks, which is honestly a quarter of the price. Sneaker culture is just very weird nowadays, but I'm still happy I got my pair. Now this is in the 2022 restock, but I did originally own the pair from the 2015 one. Now this one has a little bit of padding in the back right here, as opposed to the first release that didn't have any support in the ankle area. So I'm glad that they did kind of fix things up with the Turtle Doves, and they make it more comfortable and tolerable to wear. Alright, this next sneaker that we got up is one that I'm really trying to get rid of, and these are the Lightning Jordan 4s. Now don't get me wrong, I do love the Lightning 4s with a passion. I feel like they are such a bold statement to anyone who's wearing them. Anyone can notice this bright yellow from a mile away, and yeah, I mean, these are beautiful. However, they're really hard to wear, not to mention that they are very, very uncomfortable for a Jordan 4. I just feel like the quality and the materials used for this specific colorway was not super great, and in fact it was kind of cheap. So do I regret buying the Lightning 4s? I do not. However, I think it's time to move on. Alright, this next pair is one that I recently just copped, and I've been wearing these for a couple of times now, and these are the Kith Clark's Adidas Cazals. Now this was a sneaker that was a part of Kith's loyalty program, so anyone in the molecule tier was able to get these. However, these were a pre-order, so we had to wait like 6 months for this shoe. and it was crazy because a lot of people even forgot about them. Not to mention they did retail for a price of $250, so it was very, very steep. Nevertheless, the Adidas Cazals are a pretty classic sneaker, and in this molecule colorway I feel like is very nice, and given that they do have a crepe midsole to it, it makes the shoe so much more comfortable. Now the only downside to this sneaker is that this crepe midsole does get dirty really fast, so as you guys can see, it is a dirt magnet. You can already start to see that there's a little bit of a dirt lining here. It is what it is. I just have to accept it. I love to keep my sneakers very clean, but you know, this is just a pair that I'm gonna wear pretty often just for the comfort of it. But yeah, one last thing about this sneaker is that because it is a kit collab, you already know that I had to get them. Kit collaborations just kill it with any colorway that they release. And yeah, I love these a lot. And the next pair we got up is probably one that I overpaid for, but these are the Nike Sakai Fragment LD Waffles. I've had this shoe for a long time, and it's not a super crazy sneaker. Sakai as a collaboration with Nike only lasted for like a couple of months. However, this is a sneaker that I have no complaints about and has kind of just stayed calm in my collection. Now, I still consider this as one of my heaters in my collection just because I paid a lot for this pair. However, if I waited like just now, you could literally get them for like half the price if they're used. I mean, it's not even like they restocked. The hype just isn't there anymore, but you know what, it is what it is, and I still love these a lot. These are very versatile, a gray sneaker, and then with that aesthetic of having like a double sole. Not to mention that there is a triple collaboration with Nike, Sakai, and Fragment, so anytime there is a triple collab, people just go crazy for. I know I have. And this next pair we got up here is probably one of the more popular sneakers of today's trend, and it is another Y2K inspired runner sneaker. These are the Nike Zoom Maro 5s in the Have a Nike Day colorway. Now when it comes to this colorway, there's just a lot popping out on the shoe. You do have that pale ivory, you have the mint blue on the shoelaces, and then you have this little gold hint on the swoosh. Everything just kind of complements one another though. I love the Nike Zoom Maros a lot, and they are one of my more comfortable sneakers in my collection. And yeah, I consider these one of my heaters just because this colorway is just perfection. So if you have not already owned a pair of Nike Zoom Maro 5s, what are you doing? There are so many nice colorways out there, and there are so many sales on them, so it's a very easy sneaker to get. And staying on the topic of comfort, this is probably my most comfortable sneaker in my entire collection. I actually don't know if that's still true to this day. Nevertheless, it's probably in my top 5. We do have the off-white Prestos. Now this pair was one that I spent a good amount on when I was in college, and I bought them used. They were beat, and since then I've been trying my best to really kind of restore them and preserve them to make sure that they are staying white. I think I have done a good job. I recently just cleaned the upper of it so it's not yellowing or aging as much. Obviously you can't really do much of the yellow foam on the tongue right here, but still I love the look of the shoe. RIP to Virgil Abloh, and shout out to him because when he made the 10 collection, he absolutely killed it with deconstructing each sneaker, and the Nike Presto is no exception. And since we are on the topic of off-white, let's go to my other pair. We do have the off-white Zoom Flies. Now this one is a very lightweight runner that I have in my collection, and I love that it is black because I can literally wear them in any weather circumstances. When I'm wearing them in the rain, I don't have to worry about my shoes getting ruined. I can still dress like a sneakerhead. I don't have to wear beaters, and this is just what's great about this pair right here. Whenever I'm wearing them, I always feel like I'm rocking on a boat just because they do have that springy technology. But yep, there's nothing else much to say about the Nike Zoom Flies, but when it comes to the off-white collaboration, I would say that they are one of the more slept on silhouettes. And I guess let's go over the only designer piece that I have in my collection, and these are the Balenciaga Speed Trainers. Now if you look at my TikTok, this is my most popular upload on the channel. I don't know why everyone loves the Balenciaga Speed Trainers so much, but the reason why I love them is literally because they look like a sock. They are so simplistic, but they're so wild. It looks like you're not wearing a shoe at all. The shoe has no laces, no tongue, no Velcro strap. It's literally just a sock that you slip on. And the thing that I love the most about the sneaker is the midsole because it has that red. I feel like this black, white, and red colorway just screams me. And the best part about the sneaker is that I got them used for about like $230. And yes, they are real, they are legit because I did authenticate them and they did come out as legit. Alright, this next sneaker that we got up is actually one of my favorite collaborations of all time, and these are the Almoner Jordan 3s. If you guys know me and you've seen my channel, you know that I speak very highly of the Almoner Jordan 3s. Now I know Almoner has had a bunch of other collaborations with other silhouettes. However, I think that the best one that they had has to be with this Jordan 3. They are so beautiful in this white colorway, and there are so many little details that if you don't have them, you're not going to notice them. Now this sneaker has so many premium materials, especially the suede on the toe box, and you already know the inner quilted lining that I love so much for maximum comfort. And yes, this is kind of like a bougie, luxurious Jordan 3. I love the aged midsole, and I love the plum in the back here that just gives it a pop of color. I love the raw edges that you can see again on the toe box. It's the details that make it for me, guys. I cannot say any more. The Almoner Jordan 3s. And let's go over a sneaker that I don't dare to wear a ton. This is more like a collective piece, more for something on display. And we do have the custom Air Force Ones with this dragon running across it. So basically, these are not any design that Nike has made themselves. I basically paid someone to customize this white on white Air Force One to make this red dragon painted across the swoosh. On the other side, you do have just a regular red swoosh. But again, this design is so crazy. Anytime that I'm wearing them, people are always giving me compliments. They're like, wow, I cannot believe that there's a dragon running across this. Some people have even asked me to take pictures of it. It's just a beautiful piece of artwork, and that's just what I appreciate about it. Obviously, because they are a white on white Air Force One, I'm scared to mess them up. And I'm especially scared to wear them in the rain or other weather conditions because I'm afraid that the paint is going to come off. Nevertheless, I feel like I've kept them in pretty good condition. It's been about like 3 years since I've owned these sneakers, and I really only bust them out like once a year. But let's go over one of the possible contenders of the sneaker of the year, and we do have the military blue Jordan 4s. Now this is a sneaker that really made a name for itself this year. When the public heard that the military blues were restocking, they absolutely went crazy. Now there were a little bit of division within the opinions of people. Some people really liked it, others did not like how the blue on these were so much darker compared to the 2012 version. However, I feel like because the blue is a lot darker, that makes them even more wearable. Not to mention with this release, it was really easy to get. I think anyone who wanted to score a W on these were basically able to get them. So they are very accessible to anybody, and I feel like this is definitely going to be in the top 3 of the sneaker of the year in a lot of people's list. Alright y'all, so my camera died before, so I had to stop recording and I had to charge everything. I also charged my turntable, so if it's a little darker, I do apologize for that. But let's just continue off with what we got left. So I think we just got all the Jordan 1s to review. Another old timer, one that I've had in my collection for a long time, and these are the Paris Jordan 1 Lows. And if you guys missed one of my more recent videos, I got my girlfriend a matching pair as well, just because they're so affordable on the market right now. And these are a Paris exclusive, so they only released in Europe. At the time, I was so upset that I could not get these in America, and I did have to pay resale prices. These are a super clean pair of Jordan 1 Lows. My favorite thing about it is that pastel blue in the back. That is super clean. And yeah, this is a type of sneaker that just goes with everything, and it is very subtle, yet also blends in very well with any outfit that you pair them with. And another Jordan 1 Low that we got is one that released this year as well. Now we do have the Jordan 1 Low Shadows. Now when it comes to the Jordan 1s, the Shadows are an iconic colorway, and I just always wanted a pair. I almost got a high top when I was in college, but I didn't end up pulling the trigger. And the news came out saying that they were re-releasing the Jordan 1 Lows in the shadow colorway again. and I was able to get these for a super affordable price. This pair I'm not really too cautious about messing up or beating up, just because again it's a Jordan 1 Low, so it's not too crazy of a shoe. But yeah, the shadow colorway is super calm, black and gray. You cannot go wrong with this. All right, next up is another old timer of the collection. I've had this for a long time, and these are the Jordan 1s in the Obsidian blue colorway. Now these are technically a UNC colorway, but they're a little off from the signature shade of UNC. I love this sneaker so much because of the leather quality. I mean, basically this tumble leather is insane. It's so plush, and just the overall sneaker is made with really good quality. I think looking back, I've probably owned this for about 6 years now, and they have still held up in their condition, and I really want to keep it like that because this is a beautiful, immaculate pair of Jordans that I really like. And next, let's go over my favorite sneaker of all time. As you guys already know, this needs no introduction. We do have the Spider-Man Jordan 1s, or rather they are called the Jordan 1 origin stories. However, everybody knows that they are from the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie. Now this is a Chicago inspired sneaker with the theme of Spider-Man. As you guys can see on the back, there's little spots which represent the comics, and then there is that icy sole, maybe not so icy anymore, as well as the blue tag that is signature for the Spider-Man suit. I love this sneaker so much just because 1, it's red, 2, it's a Jordan 1, and 3, it is based off of Spider-Man. So 3 things that basically define who I am. I swear after this pair gives out, which I've owned for a long time by now, and I'm pretty sure they are going to give out eventually, I'm doubling up on another pair. I cannot get enough of this sneaker. I would take these any day over a Chicago 1 or a Lost and Found 1, even the off-white Chicagos. I have to go with the Spider-Man 1s because how often do you get a sneaker that is inspired by your favorite Marvel superhero? Alright, and the next couple of sneakers that are coming up are my Travis Scotts. Alright, so let's go over my all-time grail. The first one on this list, we do have the Travis Scott Jordan 1s in the mocha colorway. Now this one, I had a lot of stress getting because I just wanted them so bad. I've shared my story time and time again of how I basically struck on the sneakers app when these first released. I got a size 13, and instead of holding on to them, I sold them for a super low profit, and I regretted that instantly. I should have traded them in my size. For a couple of years, I was regretting it, and I was trying to save up. Then I ran into some problems and trouble and everything. Long story short, I got them in the end, but there were a lot of sleepless nights in which I was thinking about having to get them. I've only busted these out like once since the time I've gotten them, and that was only during my birthday, which was a special day for me. But as of right now, this sneaker is probably going to be the most expensive one that I'm ever going to pay for. Alright, and moving along to the second pair of Travis Scotts, we do have the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows in the reverse mocha colorway. This one was the second pair that I picked up, and I absolutely fell in love with this one after I got this pair. I realized that I really wanted another pair, and the reverse mochas were the next best thing. I love how they basically inverted the colorways of this pair for this one, and you see all that cream, the cream midsole, the cream laces, and then the mocha toe box. This is just a beautiful sneaker. Again, I love Travis Scott so much just because of the collaboration, what it means to sneaker culture. This one I did trade up for, so I traded like 4 sneakers in total for this specific pair, but it was all worth it at the end. For this pair, I don't know why, I'm a little more eased on wearing this in public just because it's so easy to put on, and I did get them used, so I'm not so cautious about ruining them. And finally, the last sneaker that I got from my sneaker collection of 2024 is one of my most recent pickups, my third Travis Scott, and I hit on this for retail. We do have the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows in the medium olives. Now this pair is truly beautiful. This was the one that I hit on Sneakers app in my size, and I was so thankful, so grateful that I was able to get them for retail. I would have to say that when it comes to all the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low colorways, this is the second best one compared to the reverse mochas. I love how it has a similar color scheme to the reverse mochas. However, instead of the mocha, we do have the olive in the toe box. Again, all the colorways kind of gave a vintage worn down aesthetic to the sneaker, and that's just what makes it really, really nice in my opinion. Now, the sneaker itself did not come with cream laces. I had to put those in myself, and I thought that putting in the cream laces made the sneaker look so much better. I know a lot of you guys were asking me where I got these cream laces from. Now, I did just use another pair that I had from my Almoner Jordan 3s, and they just blended in very nicely. Never did I think I would ever own a third pair of Travis Scott's, but fate did allow me to do so. And if you guys are interested in copying a pair, they're only going for like under 500 bucks on the market right now. So for a Travis Scott, it's not that expensive. I would say definitely take advantage of it before prices start going up, because they will. But yup, that is everything for today. We made it, guys. This is my entire sneaker collection of 2024. I hope you guys found this video entertaining and insightful. And I know for a fact that my sneaker collection is definitely gonna grow within the next year. I'm not really sure how long this video is gonna come out to be, but I thank you so much if you watch till the end. But now I'd like to hear from you guys. Which of my sneakers in my collection is your personal favorite? Let me know in the comments and why. And if you guys liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys want to hear more from me, smash the subscribe button, because more will be on the way. Again, this is my entire sneaker collection, and I'm excited to show you guys what it's gonna look like in a year. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.